Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your March 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So let's see what the cards say for March. So, let's see here. Oh my goodness. What is this? Soulmate. Okay. Okay, so the heart of the matter is the Ten of Cups. This is a really great card for relationships, Scorpio. But it doesn't have to be just like a marriage situation. It can be between parent and child. Family happiness can be part of this. You could be attending a celebration, maybe somebody else's wedding, maybe it's your adult child's wedding. Um, what I wanted to tell you is that, Pisces is featured in March, different transits, including a new moon in Pisces. And for you, Pisces is the fifth house, and that connects with love. This can be a card of, you know, happiness, just in general. The pot at the end of the rainbow, having your emotional life feel harmonious. And this is a stark contrast to the past position, which is the Five of Wands, and it's a card of conflict. So something has happened that has made you be in a totally different space. So I don't know if this is a relationship issue where you were in an unhappy marriage, or you were breaking up with somebody who is not wasn't compatible with you, or if this was the same person and you managed to work it out. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I have a feeling that it might be a different person. Perhaps that person is a fire sign. Leo is the go-to, but also Aries and Sag are other fire signs. Something feels incompatible with that relationship. Maybe you just can't agree on anything. Perhaps you have like a very strong physical desire for that person, but everything else is just like conflict city. Um, I was going to say something about that. What was I going to say? I think I was going to say that I have made a number of videos about compatibility between the signs, and I think I have done both Scorpio and Sag, and Scorpio. I think I've done Leo and Aries. So you can check out my channel, because I was just looking the other day, to just check up on everything on my older videos, and I realized I had done some of these videos. I just don't have them organized into playlists altogether. So you can just type it into my channel itself if you're interested in finding out what I think about those kinds of combinations. But if this person, if there is a new person in your life and they happen to be a water sign, like the Ten of Cups can also be, that might be simply a better fit. But in general, you may just be happy with your family. So maybe there was some unpleasant conflict that has led to a better emotional state. And the higher message is the Four of Cups, which, based on what this card represents, it's all about your feelings. You have to honor your feelings. And if somebody is trying to get into your good graces, um, and you're just not feeling it. Maybe you sense their inauthenticity. Who knows? But, to really pay attention to how you feel about your reactions to other people, because you, especially as a water sign, will have such well developed guidance in that regard, Scorpio. And maybe there's a part of you that's a little bit, you discount that and you don't really, because you're so used to it. It's so much a part of you that you really should honor that more often. And especially for Scorpio, because, um, the way that this person looks, if you look at their face, it's like indifference, just disinterest. And that is how Scorpios are when they're not really plugged into something or someone. Is like, if you're not plugged into them, forget about it. You're like not interested. And so that's something to not make excuses for. I can't think of it like right off, and perhaps I would say, especially if you have the moon in Libra or like any air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, it's easy for somebody like that with the sun in Scorpio to talk themselves into things emotionally. And that can lead to staying in a relationship where you're just not connected emotionally. What crosses you is a Six of Swords, and you may be refusing to leave that situation. And very interesting. I'm wondering, because we've got the soulmate card, if there is someone, the Ten of Cups is a card of marriage, and the other, the equivalent of marriage, and the Five of Wands is like the equivalent of in harmony. And so perhaps if that represents the current state of a relationship that you're in, Scorpio, you may be addicted to the drama. You may be, because the Six of Swords can be moving to more peaceful territory. But if there's a part of you that is a little bit tempted to kind of like, be that kind of person who loves to kind of mix it up, it's going to be difficult for you to see the value in moving on with your life, because then you won't have anybody to blame. You'll have to take total responsibility for your life. There are reasons why people choose to stay in contentious relationships. There's a payoff there somewhere. And when you figure it out, then you can stop telling yourself these alternative narratives that really are not what is the truth of the situation. That people tell it themselves because they want to believe that something is true that actually isn't. By moving on, you set into motion new changes in your life, and it could be that is something that's a little threatening. But if your goal is to have a family life that is very happy, maybe you were with somebody that didn't get along with your children, and that might have even been the final straw for Scorpio, because you tend to be mama bears and papa bears. Papa bears, just very protective of your offspring. And so anybody who, does something one too many with your children, you might finally say enough is enough. What's coming in is the Five of Swords, and this may be kind of like having to see it for yourself, having to see what this person is capable of. And I'm talking about somebody who is... it's another five. So I think it's the term that came into my mind was upsetting the apple cart, meaning that this person probably likes to make you upset. And the reason is because they are probably an energy vampire. They're probably somebody who feeds off of negative energy. So the card in the middle is either what you have attained or what you want more than anything else at this point of your life. Now, there may be other factors that would suggest this, Scorpio, and I could be doing a reading a month from now and get a totally different vibe, because you may be focusing on this area of life for a specific reason. You may be at a breaking point where you realize, I can't keep fighting with this person. It's not going to work. Now, I didn't even think about it this way, but it's possible that this is some kind of a family member too. Somebody within the family that refuses to get along with you, with other members, and you may find out that this person has been talking about you, saying lies about you. Five of Swords can be slander. So, the number five, we're in a five universal year, it can be about change, but it can also be about communication as well. Anything to do with messages and things like that. The outcome is the Six of Cups. This is the card of its idealistic, idyllic childhood, children. So choosing your children, wanting to give your children an innocent kind of an upbringing. So if there's been a lot of fighting and that has bothered you, you don't want your children to get upset, then this can be a card of having, being able to provide that for your children. This is also the card of the soulmate. And so I'm almost getting the vibe of someone that somebody that you actually have been involved with, maybe the one who is doing the leaving, but instead of you feeling like, okay, screw that person, you still, have been wanting them in your life. Maybe you know better, but you can't help it. And one of the things I would say too, because this is the Six of Cups is a soulmate card, is that your soulmate may be waiting out here and you're going off in a different direction. And I don't think you can ever get totally lost, but if you don't feel that you're with somebody that you align with, you really have to question what you are doing there. And it's just, clear as a bell, that is something that needs to change. So anyway, Scorpio, I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you would like a private reading, whether you want a natal chart interpretation, looking at your transits, combination, tarot reading, whatever, I have tarot and astrology readings combined, check me out at rainandmoonastrology.com. The link is below. Take care.